It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Leonard, always fit and trim. Sugar Ray Leonard, one of the greatest all-time, won world titles in 5 weight classes, and he fights out of Wilmington, North Carolina. Terrence Buck. So much hype surrounding. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Not a lot of defense here at all. They exchange punches. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Misses with the straight left. This has been a very competitive round between these two. Big swing and a miss with the hook.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Just misses with that uppercut. And he just missed with that left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
There's the bell to start the round. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter embodies the cardinal rule of boxing. Hit and don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin him down. Throw a blanket on him.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counter punch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counter puncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Caution is being thrown to the wind. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Those counter punches have to hurt. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Finally, they ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
See the judges' scorecards. Both men step back for just a moment. Just missed with that jab. Exchange punches. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
One punch. Sugar Ray Leonard days. Sugar Ray is down on the canvas. Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. Let's see how the game plan. And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Crawford's legs are all over the place. So he's back on his feet, but he's got to somehow turn this around.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
You need to turn this around halfway through.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing.
Oh, Leonard just got rocked. The referee says we will fight on. Not sure about this one.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your eagles hurt, your chin's hurt, your butt.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Both men getting off. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Let's see how these two fighters respond after both got knocked down in the previous round.
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
Beautiful counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you're thinking, you've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
That counter punch caught him clean. A very competitive round here so far.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. They both want the knockout. That hook just can't find the target. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. There's a counter shot. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards, gonna need a knockout.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Misses with the straight left.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he misses with that jab. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
You don't want to trade shots. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Leonard in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you won that hands down.
With the hook. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. Nice counter. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Leonard in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently? And there's the bell to start the round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until you're sensing the comeback.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Throws the jab, it doesn't score. Misses with the jab. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second.
Side needs to put. So a majority decision, and you've got to wonder if we're going to see a rematch down the line.
Shows how much we know. We didn't have it like that. We thought it was a one-sided fight, but you know what? Spot on. I don't mind being wrong right now for an entertainment like that. What a fight.